Hey guys, welcome to Sidekick Offroad, and in today's video I'm going to share the 5 things I love / hate about my Suzuki Grand Vitara. So first off, I'm going to start with the 5 things I hate about the Grand Vitara, and number 1 on that list is fuel mileage. The fuel mileage is pretty terrible for a little econo box. Is what, compared to like my big truck and stuff. It only gets 18 miles to the gallon. I'm not too happy with that. Maybe if it was a 2-liter, it'd get more. But with a V6, expect bad gas mileage. Second thing I hate about the Grand Vitara is the aftermarket support is just not there. There are some companies like Low Range and Trail Tough that make parts for these, but they're very expensive. And there's not a lot of other aftermarket support out there. Kind of like my front bumper. That was custom built by me. It's not finished. But if you wanted a bumper close to that from Trail Tough, you're looking at almost $500. And then there's an ARB, that's probably almost $1,000. So aftermarket support isn't there. Now, in the future, I'll be showing you some cheap rock sliders, building a rear bumper, a roof rack, and a few other goodies here and there. The third thing I hate about the Grand Vitara is that it's not suitable for a big guy. I'm 6'3", heavyweight, seats all the way back. My shoulder is right here in the B pillar. So I'm kind of like pushed off in the seat. My knees are up here. So if you're a big guy, you might not like it, but you get used to it. And it's better than a Geo Tracker, because in my Geo Tracker, I don't fit in that thing at all. The fourth thing I hate about my Grand Vitara is that big tires are really hard to fit. Some people have to put upwards of 4 inches of lift just to fit 31s. I've got a 29-inch tire, and this is the maximum you can go stock on a Grand Vitara. I'm not sure for the trackers, but I'm pretty sure it's the same. Now, they did rub on the stock front bumper. So that's one reason I went with building my own front bumper, so that the front tires wouldn't rub. Now, my goal is to go 33s, 35s, 40s, I don't know. But in stock form, hard to fit big tires, even putting a big lift on it. You do the 2.5-inch budget lift, they still state you can only put a 29-inch tire. The fifth thing I hate about the Grand Vitara is that finding lockers for these is almost impossible, and if you do, they're really expensive. Now, I do know you can swap a first-gen tracker Sidekick third member in the rear and be able to put a spool in there. Other than that, that's all I know for a rear locker. And the front, I've never really seen anything. I'll go back on that. I think ARB makes a rear locker, but they're hard to get in the States. All right, here's a bonus hate, and that is there's not a lot of information on these. When you're building them or any aftermarket options, there's not a lot of information. You can dig and dig and dig, and you really won't find anything. Don't get me wrong, there's some out there, but not much. So I'm trying to break ground and try new things and share that with you. All right, now for the 5 things I love about the Grand Vitara. And the first one on my list is it's capable out of the box. In stock form, it does really well. There's a few things I would change, and that would be putting manual locking hubs, getting rid of this air actuator. Those tend to fail a lot. But other than that, it's very capable. The suspension's nice, it rides good. 4-wheel drive system's really nice, and 4 low is low. It'll get you where you need, especially in the winter time or out on the trails. For the second thing I love about the Grand Vitara, for mine, is that it is a manual transmission, manual transfer case. I think that's really good for reliability, really good for putting power to the ground. And automatics usually have a lot of issues, so I prefer a manual. It shifts through all the gears really nicely. The transfer case shifts really superior, other than these get loose and make noises. I don't like that. But for me, I love that it is a manual transmission, manual transfer case. Now, they're probably all manual transfer cases. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. And if you have an automatic, I'm not down on it at all. I'm sure they're great. I just prefer to have a manual, and I love that about my Grand Vitara. The third thing I love about the Grand Vitara is the cargo space. It has these drawers on both sides, driver and passenger front. I think that's really unique. Lots of door space. Plenty of room for the dogs in the back. These seats fold all the way down. I mean, you can't sleep back there, and you could try. You got seat pockets, more door pockets back here. And in the back, I think there's plenty of room for what I needed to do, to put some camping gear or recovery gear. It's got a few little pockets here and there. 12-volt power to the back. I like that it's a swing out, so I plan on doing a little shelving system back here with a table, fold down table here in a future video, so that'll be cool. But I do think the Grand Vitara, or the Tracker, has really good cargo space for what it is. The XL7 would be even better with third row seating. Now, if you have a big family or going on big expeditions, the cargo space probably isn't going to be for you. But for me, the dogs, and my girlfriend, this is perfect. We haven't taken it to do any camping or anything, but soon enough we will, and I think it'll be a good fit. The fourth thing I love and appreciate about my Grand Vitara is this V6 engine. It puts out a lot of power. All right, not a lot, but a decent amount of power. Probably smoke a Cherokee, you know, but I really appreciate the power that it puts out, and so far it's been very reliable. The fifth and final thing I love about the Grand Vitara is the simplicity of it. It's very simple, very easy to work on. Everything's there, body on frame. You're not going to have a lot of issues. In my experience, the V6 has been reliable and easy to work on, and I know the 2-liter is as well. Most of the parts are pretty easy to get and relatively cheap, especially for first gens, but second gen, I found parts for cheap. Again, that's not on the aftermarket side. This is just OEM, or, you know, fixing OEM issues. But it has been an excellent vehicle. So being simple and easy to work on really tops the list for me. Thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave in the comments below, or follow us on Instagram at Sidekick Offroad. Go ahead and like and subscribe and do all those cool things. We'll have more cool videos in the future. Well, I don't know about cool. We're still working on it. But I hope this helps you buy a Grand Vitara, because I want to see more of these out there. Thanks for watching.